Hi everyone. I have been working the last couple days on my pages for my third junk journal. The pages are done, but I think I have a problem. I have not done the cover yet, and I'm thinking I might need to rethink the cover. This is the fabric I bought to use. I don't think I can call this really a Dollar Tree junk journal anymore. It started as that, but I just brought in too many things and I've lost track of what's Dollar Tree and what's not. But this definitely is, and I do still plan on using this. My plan was to um, possibly, but I'm not sure I want to now. Sorry for bopping you. Use, this somehow or part of it on the cover. But I don't like the shiny. And then so as I was looking to pull this out again, I did use the back cover though, by the way. Which you saw in the last video if you watched it. I had these rice papers from joggles.com and I've never used them. So I'm thinking I'm going to just use some heavier cardstock and try and figure something out with these because they have purple in, purple there, and I love that dragonfly. Yeah, I'll probably try and use either like something here or something on these, and I think there's another sheet or two or three in that one. So I didn't do the cover yet, obviously. And these are elastics. I have two on here, one wrapped around right now, and one just trying to hold the pages in place, which I'm going to have to do something when I go to sew it. I might end up having to do two signatures, and I've never done that before, and I don't think I can do that with this envelopes, and also now the pages are sized to this. I think I'm just gonna go for it maybe, but I don't know. Give me your advice, those of you who do this a lot more than I do. This is my third junk journal ever. I meant to bring my one up from downstairs. Maybe I'll pause at some point and go get it just to show you a comparison of how full this one already is compared to that. Yeah. All right, so when you first open it, there's going to be, I think I want to keep this kind of plain on the inside and just maybe have a pocket, or I think I'd rather have a pocket than a side tuck. These things fall out of the side tucks sometimes. These were the Dollar Tree note cards. I believe I used two of them. I'm not sure I used any of the envelopes this time. This is a piece of the Globeland paper, which I said I wasn't sure I would use, the designer paper, but I did. Now, two pieces, this pattern and this pattern, I used them flipped over because I don't like those patterns that much. And I used them because I needed white on the back of something, tags or something. And yeah, so I glued the design piece to the back of the other design piece. This was the back of the calendar that we used, and we stenciled it together in the last video. Not stenciled, embossed. I did just go over it with, I think it was a Distress ink. Can't remember if it's the Wisteria one or something else. There were two purples I had out, and I put them away already, so I can't tell you right now. But that was a Distress Oxide, excuse me. This was a piece of cleanup paper from doing stenciling in here later. And I didn't, there were words on the back of the calendar, like the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So I glued that paper down onto the back of this, which made it a little thicker and it won't tear as much. And I didn't decorate that any further. This is a piece of Stampin' Up! Grid paper that you put on your desk but cut down. This was a scrap. This was a scrap. This is from the Lovely Lavender something by Stampin' Up. I can't remember what this is out of. And this is backed, I think, on Altenew. I have a little cardstock tablet. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm pretty sure I showed that in my last video. This is one of the cake stencils from Hobby Lobby. This, I think, was the last piece of this out of from doing the last junk journal, the Dollar Tree. I have more of it, but that was the last off that roll. Okay, this was a little pocket and tag I made with the March paper pumpkin kit in my alternatives video. I just glued down one of the doilies that I had sprayed, and I used the paper that I sprayed it on somewhere else. And this is that stamp that I love from Prima? Prima. This one. It's the map inside the butterfly. I used that quite a lot in the journal this time. And this also has, I made it with a little side pocket with another little tag, same paper as that, but in a little tag. And I guess I just put white twine on anyway. So a little side tuck and a tuck here, no tuck on the top, in back of that one. Didn't put anything here because this journal's for me to write mostly. This, I did bring in a couple pages of book page I found I had in with my napkins, yeah. And what I did is I used gesso over it, but it's a, I'm trying to use this one before I get into my white, semi-opaque acrylic primer, golden gesso. I had gotten it AC Moore in 2018, but it's still good. You just have to stir it. Anyway, I like the effect because you can see that it's words, but they're not like in your face. And then I did some stamping, a couple different stamps, a penny black one, I think. Yeah, hang on. Oh, that one too. And I can't find the penny black one right now. Anyway, the penny black one has this library card, but the greetings from the splatter and the ink spot are from this Globeland postcard one. And I think I used the postcard somewhere else in here. And then the other side, I just left this plain with just the gesso on it. I did both sides. And I did go around the edges of that with, I think, vintage photo. This is a piece of sort of thick cardstock, had this on one side and these lines on the other side, which I thought would be good for writing, except that they're going the wrong way. So in my Dollar Tree haul for this video was this pack of notepads. I didn't use enough of them in here actually, but I glued them down in this configuration. This is actually the background from one of the sticker sheets I used. And these were the post-it notes. So yeah, I have lots of sticky notes to last me a long, long time. And then one of the stickers from the pack that I used for this here. And I like that. So I can write this way, I can turn it and put little notes in there, or I can stamp some more, whatever I want to do, right? So on the inside, oh, I also found these things. What are these called? Time cards? Yes, this was a time card. And I had gotten those, which I had completely forgotten about, from Tina. I think it's Tina's Messy Crafty Life or something like that now. But see, I still have her name on there. And I guess I had gotten like 8 or 10 of them or something. I think I used 2 in here, this one and another one. So I just put a sticker on. This is a wooden butterfly from Dollar Tree, and I pushed it into, I think it was Gorgeous Grape ink. These are what I'm talking about. And then I used a Stickles. It's a dark purple Stickles, but it's a lot lighter than the wood color that it came out, pushing it into Gorgeous Grape. And that took a while to dry. I also stamped on here from the hydrangea set from Stampin' Up. Hydrangea Haven. This, I stamped this in a purple, and you can't hardly see them, but the leaves also in either pear pizzazz or granny apple green. This was a piece of purple out of the Dollar Tree paper pack, and I just did a little 1-inch circle notch, and this was Dollar Tree sheer ribbon, which I'm not crazy about, the real sheer stuff. Okay, this is a glassine bag. I actually, and it's stuck there, you can see, I glued it down on the other side because it kept sliding through. And this is a note card that I had used leftover embossing cream paste, whatever, from Altenew mixed with pigment sprinkles. That was for an ATC I did for spring last Thursday, I think, the 21st? Yeah, 21st. And I stamped this with several different StazOn inks. Not crazy about how that turned out, but it's kind of something different and fun. So, and then I just stuck this in that pocket, but I didn't stamp the back, so I could glue that down onto here also. But this thing is so bulky that I'm afraid the card won't fit in right. I don't know. This was coffee dyed paper left over from before, or it might have been tea slash, what was the stuff? A Crystal Light drink mix I was using. This is just a little tuck spot, part of the leftover Altenew card from somewhere. I don't know. Oh, from backing this. And nope, that's a different color. I don't know. It was maybe a scrap. And the same paper though as what I used back here, this. And these are, I've had in my stash. I got a whole bunch of colors from them years ago. Might have been off eBay or no. What's the other store? Not Temu, before Temu. Anyway, I got them from overseas somewhere, I think. Anyway, a whole bunch of different colors, and I hardly ever use them. And I was searching for, I think, my 1-inch hole punch to do that, and I found a fancy label maker or something it's called. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Probably not. It's a Stampin' Up. It's just meant to do the edges, these ends, so I thought, boy, they look like tickets. So they're just purple. I used the hydrangea stamp or some stamp like it, and the Love This was out of the Penny Black set, and this was out of a Dollar Tree set, I think. And I just tucked them in so you could see that it's a tuck spot. Left the rest open to write. This one, this was a card out of that card kit I hadn't finished from. Oh, Callie, my cat's up here. Sorry, honey. From Stampin' Up this thing. This was one of the card fronts. I put it down with Dollar Tree fabric tape, not to be confused with washi, on both sides. Stamped a dragonfly. I think that was out of a Dollar Tree stamp set, not sure. And that's all I did on that page. This was that back of that other paper. This was a piece of cardstock, the only 12 by 12 I used, and I had folded it up to about 3 inches, so it's like, I think it's like 8.5 now by 6 when you fold it in half. And this was a tag I made from the paper pumpkin kit in March, and it's using cardboard from the same kit. So, and this was leftover ribbon. I used a couple pieces of it and finished that roll, so I don't have that to show you because I put it in my recycle bag. This was a strip that was on two 12 by 12 sheets that Judy H had gifted me, and this was in that paper also, so good writing space there because this is kind of too dark to write on unless you use a white pen or something. This one we stenciled with one of the cake stencils from Hobby Lobby. This is DCWV 8.5 by 14 paper. Doubled over to make a pocket on this side. But I didn't like the color of it too much. I still don't really. So I had this piece of scrap. And this is wide washi here. which I wrapped around because this paper, and actually the purple one too, start to tear a little bit, but this is the wide washi, and it's kind of busy, but I really like it. It's sort of boho looking to me or something. And then I pulled out a white lace, and I don't think I have this one out now. No, this is a different one. So that I don't think was from Dollar Tree, but I don't remember where it's from. Michael's or Joann's or somewhere. AC Moore maybe. This we had stenciled. No, this is a different stencil you didn't see. Meow. Excuse me. Oops. Mommy's trying to get something. Goodness, Callie. She was sunbathing on her little landing that she has until I start talking. This is what I used here on this background because it goes all the way across too. I tried to do both sides of a page at the same time, but I wasn't always successful. And sometimes I didn't because I wasn't sure what was going to be on the other side of it. Anyway, this was an Anna Griffin Daisy Batik stencil. This stencil paste or whatever is on here was from long ago. I just did a few here and there, and then I splattered with Pretty Peacock in a marker. I just flicked it and got dots all over, and that carries forward. You'll see that later too, so I won't bring it back out again. And let me tuck. This is probably leftover of this, which I doubled over. And I put a little piece of to-do list tablet that was from Dollar Tree. I'm not going to get that to show you because it's going to make everything else fall, but this was too dark to write on. And this, like I said, was one of those cards. Did I say that here? Yes. One of the cards out of the card kit. So I just tucked them in there. This was a scrap. This we did together last video when I was preparing pages. And that's where we first saw this butterfly with the map in it. Love it, love it. This, I had made this flip from Paper Pumpkin Kit, showed it in my alternatives, and I had even put the double-sided tape down and did this stamping with that set, and all I did was tack it down and we have a flip out. You can still write on here, and I left this plain so it can be written on as well. This is what I'm going to refer to throughout as parchment paper. It's parchment cardstock paper that you can get from Hobby Lobby. I had 4 pieces in here last time. I took 2 of them out. It was just getting too thick. I also took out one of the coffee dyed sheets. So here's where I had, like, for example, this one. Put a doily on a piece of paper, scrap coffee dyed paper, and this is what I got. And I just left that plain because I love the colors, and I thought it picked up the colors in that flip. This was more of that Stampin' Up! Grid paper. And I just put a border of a leftover page strip from when I cut something down. When I cut this down, 1/2 inch there. And on this side, I just have 2 stickers out of the one Dollar Tree sticker pack. Same pack this was in. And this is where I used one of these. And these are not scrubbing sponges, although maybe they'd work that way. They're meant to be like bar soap holders. They come in a pack of 2 at Dollar Tree for $1.25. I love this. I used it throughout, and I'll show you when I did. I like it. Leaves texture, but not a lot. It also sort of looks like chicken scratch to me a little bit, but I just love it. Here I just have a little tuck from the pack Judy gave me, and these are just little scraps. This is off that note card that didn't get any of the embossing paste. This is a scrap off the to-do list, and this is a scrap out of the Globeland paper pack Violet something. This is part of a paper bag. I had 2 in here. I took one of them out as well. This was from the second sticker pack, and I just folded up some of the to-do sheets, list sheets, because I'm a list maker, and put them in there. And the other side of that is also glued down now because I did something different with that. And this was one of the white envelopes. Like, I had 2 or 3 in here, but I took the other ones out. I think this is the only one. And what I did is I folded it about like that. I just used Distress Oxide and put some color in the background all over it here and here. And then this is a pocket. So this can come out. This is just a piece of the Altenew cardstock, and I did that same sponging but with purple this time. And this is a piece of the Globland paper and another wood butterfly put on there. And if you take that out and open this up, oh, I got my butterfly too close. There we go. This is also, the envelope pocket is still a pocket, but I don't have anything in it right now. So I can put a little note or something in there, and this helps hold that down. I don't have anything on it, but I did put Globland paper on either side so the sticky from the envelope won't sticky. And then this is one of the Dollar Tree papers. It's textured with, this actually is a butterfly I had made a while back when I got, I think this was Globland also. And here's another one of it, but this was already done and in my stuff. So I decided to add it to this tag. It actually is, this one opens up and then the back also is there. And I put it in there just mostly because I wanted you to know that's also a pocket. So this is like a triple pocket, or could be, or you could put your innermost secrets in the envelope kind of thing. And it can go down like that, but before you open this, you do either have to pull this up or something, or push that down. So yeah, I like that. Then here we have, this was out of the stuff Judy gave me, and this is an envelope out of the card kit I showed you. This was from the things Judy gave me. This is a different washi, a sparkly washi I had never used before this project. I used it a couple times, very shiny. And this was a flower out of that same card kit. And the dragonflies, I think these were out of a Dollar Tree stamp set. And this is fabric washi. So I have it like that and also like that. And I didn't put anything decoration on this side. And this is one of the card fronts from that same card kit. And that's what I did there. So a double flip out. I couldn't bring myself to cover this beautiful paper here, so I didn't. But on the other side, what I did is, and you can't really write on this too much, so this one was one I folded over about 3/4 inch. And this is a piece of retired paper. I used the cake stencil just on part of it. I was originally going to have it go in like this, and I thought, well, that doesn't work, and if I turn it like this, then the leaves are upside down. So I turned it like this, it tucks like that, and the little leaf goes over like that. And that's what I did there. This was a cleanup sheet from that sort of paisley cake stencil. Yeah. This was a sheet of paper I had die cut or fussy cut some of the flowers out of from Happiness Abounds, I think, from Stampin' Up. I don't like the color of this paper at all. This was one of the DCWB papers, and I decided I'll just use this notes card in here because it has that same color teal green kind of stuff and a little bit of the color that's sort of like that in it too. So it can go like that or down here. I'm tucking it there so it stays in. And the stenciling you're seeing there, that's coming through from the other side apparently, because I did do some stenciling. I made a belly band using that chicken scratch soapy thing. And now this is not that same trim. This is from, oops, from, I have a mess here, guys. And I even cleaned up a little bit. This was from Michael's. I used to call this my Michael's favorite trim, but I haven't bought any in a long time. I don't know if they sell it anymore. It's 100% cotton, and I like it because it can go like that easily, although I used it open here and just put a scrap from cutting off this paper, which is this on the other side. Little strip there, one of the stickers. This is another scrap, but it's from doing the flowers that you hadn't seen me do. Where are they? Just showed them to you. The ones back here. Okay, I forget who it is, but this, I did it on designer paper from Globeland. And I did it for the leaves also that I used again somewhere. So, and then I just decided to fold that, tuck it in for a writing spot. Now, I wasn't crazy about how that background turned out with the purple dots, and also there was some other thing I did in a brown. So I covered it with a piece of coffee stained, what is this stuff called? Tracing paper. This. I still have half a sheet. I just glued down half a sheet and carefully used this thing because I did actually get a little tear in it, but it's okay right here because once it dried it was fine. And that sort of toned down the background. And then I decided that's pretty busy. I can't write anywhere except really in this. And so I left this side blank. Upper tuck spot, I think I did this at the end. One of the things I did at the end, because there was nothing on this page, I just did an upper tuck spot with a little bit of that lace trim that's now, this is all I have left. And this was, what was this? I think this was from Globeland paper too. I can't remember, guys. But I just put a strip of the same paper on it, and it can be used either way. You can write on the front or back, or put a picture on the front, or take it out altogether and just write down here. This is music paper, and I just put a strip of that purple on the edge here. Music paper from Hobby Lobby, not real music paper. This is a tuck spot with a scrap from Stampin' Up's lavender paper set. This is the front of one of the note cards. So there's the second note card I used, just the front of. And I stamped a couple butterflies and things here. This is dyed paper. I'll just say dyed because I don't know now which ones were coffee dyed and which ones were something else. I found this wide ribbon. Turns out I didn't have a whole lot of that left, so I ended up finishing it. This is one area I finished it. And I did finish 2 packs of these. They're sort of rubbery stickers from Dollar Tree. Because this was at the end also, I was going through them thinking, what can I do that doesn't add much more bulk? And these butterflies, and there's some other flowery things too later. And this one, the lines are going across, so that's a great writing space for me. And it's nice, heavy paper. Here, I wasn't crazy about having the back of that paper, though, which is more this pink. So I covered it with one of those book pages. I left it as it was, just put a scrap of those flowers out of Happiness Abounds from Stampin' Up! Retired, I'm sure. Some more of that lacy trim, and I just made it into a side tuck, and I put 2 of the to-do list things in here and just spread them out a little bit because like I said, I'm a list maker. Those can be grocery lists, and I can replace them because I have the rest of the tablet. More of that Stampin' Up! Grid paper. This is Globeland washi. I had gotten in a pack like this. Actually, there was a double pack of the same. And this stamp is from the, I think it's a Dollar Tree stamp, but I can't remember which one. My most recent purchase one. This was a scrap. Nope. Yeah, this was Altenew cardstock. No, this was a scrap. I've had it on my desk for ages, this bright purple one. Here's more of that Globland paper. I think this is part of the back of the note card here on the back of that because it's thicker than just the paper. And here's another one of the tickets. I didn't do anything on that, but other than it being a little shiny, you can write on the back of them too. They're kind of cool. I really didn't know I had them. This is Dollar Tree Baker's Twine. This we did, I think, together last. No, this is one from when I was spraying the doilies. This, I had just doubled this over and flattened it to make it a little shorter and also just to strengthen the edge of the page. So I didn't do anything else to that. It's writing space except put a little, like this was a little scrap of that Michael's ribbon. This was out of Judy's stuff. This was a scrap of paper behind it. And the buttons were from, I think that's the only one I used, were from Dollar Tree. I don't know if they still carry these. I haven't seen them lately. Crafter Square Notions. Because I have a whole nother jar of buttons from somewhere else online, but they're all 4-hole and I wanted a 2-hole. And then that's twine. I had cut off a piece and it was too short for what I wanted it for. But it's this dark purple and white Baker's Twine, Crafter Square. And I glued that down with Fabri-Tac. This was towards the end. I had a bunch of strips and I just decided to layer a few of them on the edge there. Here I did another little tuck. This was a scrap too. And this butterfly I pushed into, I want to say Coastal Cabana. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I pushed it into. I'm not positive. Some of that purple sparkly stuff. Used my little stapler and a scrap of that purple paper. And I think this was the other piece of that, the last piece of the note card. Here, this one actually tore, was out of the butterfly pack of stickers from Dollar Tree that I've had forever. And it tore right in here, but I managed to piece it back together. So that's that one. Here, this had been just folded over. You can see that's this side. I put a little strip of the Altenew paper, and then these, when I pulled out this stamp set, how I work is when I have extras, I keep them either in with the dies or in a little bag in the set. And actually, I used one of these later on too. Anyway, there were a bunch of these little hydrangea petals. And I used them twice in here on this one. And then these blings I also had from purchasing, why can't I remember the name of that online? It's not eBay, some other, not Wish, I don't know, whatever it was. Not Temu. One of those other online stores. Okay. These two are a card from March's Paper Pumpkin Kit. And this was the back and this was the front, and I just rounded the edges, inked around the edges, and I stuck them down with wide washi at the top of them, and then inside the fabric tape here and here, and then I left this blank so you can write on these. I did put some butterfly stamps up here in purple, gorgeous grape I think, and this sunny days, even though that's cloudy there, was in the stuff, the sheets Judy gave me. So I thought that looked pretty cool, and the colors I thought went good. Here I used this Paper Studio. I used it a few times. Uncharted is the name of this. I don't know if they sell these rolls of paper anymore, but I had hardly used any of it. And how much do you get? 2.5 inches by 50 feet. And I could dare say that I probably used at most 3 feet total so far. And that's with previous projects too. So anyway, and then I just did a little scrap, a square I had that I inked around the edges, a piece of scrap paper that I used a scallop punch on, and one of the stickers. And I just put some of that sheer trim under it like a banner. And that's glued down. That's not a pocket. This is the center. Woohoo! And I love this paper. This is hydrangeas from Hydrangea Haven or whatever the paper was called. This was, I think, Altenew paper scrap. This was out of one of the sticker packs, some of the lacy trim. And I stamped on this with Highland Heather and Pretty Peacock, I think. Pretty sure. No, Balmy Blue and Highland Heather. And then this has some blue in it too, and purple, and I thought that brought out the colors. Cherish. So you can write on here because you couldn't write on here very well. Inside is plain enough you can write. There's another one of those rubbery stickers. This, I had this and another tag made already. I don't know where from. Here's the rest of the little hydrangea petals on one of those pieces that I had saved. And this is a Dollar Tree sticker, the only one I think I used from that pack in here that I've had in my stash for a long time. And it says one of a kind. And I haven't decided if I want to back this with something or put something on here. I might, but I didn't yet. This one I left blank. This is a Dollar Tree butterfly out of this pack, and I colored it with alcohol markers, Highland Heather Dark and Balmy Blue Light to get that effect. And they are on a foam dot, and I left it on the foam dot, and I did have a little lace trim because when I did this side I just opened it up and did the whole paper, excuse me, whole paper. This was out of the Judy pack, and I originally was just going to stamp a butterfly on there, but the block got ink on it and it showed right here, so I ended up stamping these in Highland Heather. Also, let me go back to here. I think when I cut one of these washies, I cut a little bit of the paper, so on the inside I put a piece of the Globeland washi to help protect that paper. And then this is a tag. I think this is one of the ones I backed with a Globeland. It has a pattern on the other side backed up to this pattern. And then these I got out of this pack that had been gifted to me from somebody, or maybe two somebodies, I don't know, but it had this little blue purple bow in it and this gemmy, and they're both put down with actually I can't remember if I put them down with art glitter glue or Fabri-Tac. I think art glitter glue on that one, and I put it in upside down because I had it like this, but you know, at an angle, but till I get it sewed, yeah, have to put it in upside down. Okay, here I was running out of ideas. So this was actually two cut aparts, but I hadn't cut them all the way apart. And here it said something like our love or something, and I didn't want that on there. So I made a tuck spot. I took one of the flowers out of the sticker pack, took the foam off the back. Here's another one, the smaller one, out of the same pack. And I just put a bunch of the stuff I had left from Judy's pack in here, which I can either write on or, you know, send. Random act of kindness, that says. These were scraps. Two colors, green and I think that's supposed to be purple, but it looks more tan now. Anyway, of the Globeland washi, the sheer ribbon glued down with, I think Fabri-Tac, and I think I glued this bigger piece down with Fabri-Tac because of the shiny washi and the sheer ribbon under it. I like how that turned out. This was the green paper again, the inside of it, and I had this piece of scrap left from Happiness Abounds, and I did back it. I think this was another piece of Globeland designer paper turned upside down. And I used this, and you do have to smooth that out because it does leave crinkles and stuff. So that's that. And here, this I had already turned over into a pocket, but the paper was tearing. So here's where I used that Michael's ribbon and did either side. And then I used this trim from Hobby Lobby that is not quite gone, but getting there. I thought that went good with that paper. And this side I decided to leave alone except for one of those rubbery stickers. Now this was out of not a butterfly pack, but a flower pack. And here, this was a card front out of the card kit. I put on a Dollar Tree butterfly sticker, and I just made a hinge with a scrap of purple paper onto the grid paper, and that's that one. And then here, all I did was put, this is another Dollar Tree washi, real washi this time, or paper tape as they say. It does not stick good unless, but if you put glue down and try and pull it up, forget it. And let me tell you, this one without glue sticks really good. I don't know where I got this, but this will tear if you try and pull it up the first time you put it down without any glue. Dyed paper here. Now this one originally, this was one of those envelopes, I think. No, this was a scrap of paper, of this paper. And I originally had it so it would be part way on, but I didn't like it. So I turned it into a pocket with a, that's another one of those purple tags. I had two of them. I don't know where I got them from. I left them plain. So this is a tag spot. This I decorated just with fabric tape from Dollar Tree sticker. I have one of these reusable Scotch squares in here. They're clear. It's right there. It's sticky. And I just took, I don't know, 5 or 6 sheets of this Dollar Tree writing tablet. Oh, I didn't, I didn't care for the way this looked on the inside all over. I don't know, the colors together with that shade of pink just wasn't wowing me. So I originally covered up part of it with that Hobby Lobby paper. A little tuck spot down here. I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. From Judy's stuff and another little piece out of Judy's stuff put in there. And actually there was a scrap of coffee dyed paper or something, and I put that down too. You can see it there. So this is a mishmash, like a collage of different papers on top of this paper, but I just flipped it over so I have more writing space there. It will not come out. It is glued down to make a pocket in there. But, you know, I could, if I run out of these sheets, which there's staples in it here and here, and I didn't like that showing, so I covered it with that wide washi across the wide part up there. So, yeah, I can write front and back on there. Anyway, that's that one. This I just doubled over, and I didn't do anything else on. One of the sheets, I finished up that purple spray I had. Oh, and the center was this. This is the center. So that's where, that's all that is where the, I just lost it, didn't I? Here, this one. That much is half. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's really thick. And I find that that's going to be hard to write because it won't lay flat, I think. Maybe. It might lay flatter than it does now. All right. A bird out of that second pack of the stickers. That's all I did to that. And all I did to this was another piece of Michael's lace on either side of the grid paper. This was a Dollar Tree stamp. This was, I think, an actual card out of that card kit. And I cut it in half and rounded the corners. Now these stickers are not Dollar Tree. These were out of my new Hobby Lobby purchase. And they were out of this pack. Stickabilities Pressed Floral that I got 40% off not too long ago. Oh, there's that flower. And there's that flower. And then there's a little flower down here too. Anyway, that's where those came from because I was really trying not to add um, more, what do you call it, depth to this thing. I have just a little strip of washi up here because when I stapled this thing, I stapled it through 2 sheets of paper. So I had to pull it apart and I put washi, just a little strip there before I realized that wasn't supposed to even have staples there. So there were holes back here, so I put washi. This is a blue washi from Globland. And then on these 2 sheets, 2 more of those rubbery flower stickers, and this is a little scrap I just put over the staple backs from here. This, I think, was my last piece of that ribbon. I just cut it like a flag, put a little rubbery flower on this little it was a long strip of the music paper that I had used earlier that I figured you could write in, but I left a page so you can write all over the page too. And then this is a piece of music paper, which I put just a scrap of that purple paper on. Inside, these were Prima or Ranger, I can't remember which, butterfly stamps. This is the tuck spot I showed you before in the last video, covering up with the price. And then this was, I think, also in with the stuff. Yeah, I think there were, anyway, it was in with my Globland stuff. So, anyway, and then Dollar Tree twine. And this was a scrap of Dollar Tree paper. I have to put something on here because that paper got a little, I don't know what. And this is just a scrap of paper, as is, that I think you could probably write on if you wanted to, or use it as a placeholder or something. I left that one pretty plain. This is that greenish colored DCWV paper I didn't like, and I had this leftover piece of this beautiful paper from Happiness Abounds. So, and it's on, remember I had covered up what I did here with book paper, no, with coffee dyed tracing paper on the other side, but I'd already put a pocket in this side. And this is another card front out of the Stampin' Up! Card kit I had. I had this little scrap of yellow ribbon, which goes across here because it has yellow in here. And then this was a sticker with a little bird on it from one of the couple Dollar Tree packs. And then this side, because I didn't like that kind of putrid green. Green, I think it's supposed to be tan, but it looks green to me. So I used another piece of book paper. I tore the edges with one of my rulers, except a couple areas didn't tear right, but that's okay. I stamped flowers that were from Dollar Tree. Yes. In Pretty Peacock, Costa Cabana, and Gorgeous Grape. And in the background, this splatter was from the postcard kit, Globeland or Penny Black, I can't remember. And then these were Dollar Tree dragonflies that I put on there. But there's still plenty you can write still on here if you want to. And this was one of those stencil cleanup papers with another Dollar Tree butterfly. So I don't know what to call this journal. It's no longer just Dollar Tree purple. Okay, so this already had that folded. Let's see if I can find the other half. I know this is going too long. I'm so sorry. I should just shut up and flip through, right? Tell me if that's what you would prefer in the future. Here, this one where I did this, but I didn't want to do the same thing, and I don't think I had any more of that paper. But I've been trying to use up this Recollections, what's it called? What's it called? Butterfly Blooms. This is out of that. It was a scrap. It was 6 by 12. I have the other piece from down here somewhere. It's one of those pieces, you know, the big pieces that have border top and bottom. And I thought, well, I'll just fold that, stick it in there, because that pink kind of goes with that pink. And yeah, I was going to put, actually, I think I did put something on another one of these, but I was going to put a butterfly on here, but I liked it better over there on this one. And then I left this paper plain. Here's parchment cardstock paper in a grayish color with more of that Hobby Lobby globe strip. This side, I decided to just glue some of this lace down. Now, I don't know where I got this lace. I have it loose. I have a couple bins actually with just lace, and so I first just glued that down. I thought, nah, it needs more. So I put the fabric tape from Dollar Tree across it as well. I glued them down with Fabri-Tac, but just up at the top, maybe. And when I put these in here, maybe it wasn't dry enough, so I don't know if I can, oh, there they come. There we go. So I just put, you know, a few pages of the purple Dollar Tree paper in there, which was stuck in there pretty good. Anyway, there's that. This is the other part of the purple bag. I won't even try and find the other part. It is glued down, except that I did, oh, here's another one of those, the other part of that paper. Another one of the Dollar Tree white butterflies done in Flirty Flamingo and Fresh Freesia. Light, I think, for both of them. And this is a piece of the Altenew cardstock, I think, with a leftover piece of the paper that's in the very center. Uh-oh. Why can't I get you in? Because I'm trying to go underneath. Well, you were in there. There we go. I think. Nope. Okay, well, I will have to look at, there we go. I'll have to look at that. I can't get it in right now, but I'll figure that out too, because it was in there. Oh, that's bothering me now. Oh, here. Is this it? No. No. I don't know. Thought it was in the back. Well, I will have to figure that out, because I don't know why I can't get it back in now, but I'll figure that out. It's just for me anyway. But that bugs me. That kind of stuff bugs me. So, see, this keeps sliding. I just have it on this elastic cord, and yeah. Anyway, that will go in there. Let's stick it up there for now as a double pocket. And then this was a side I used this thing, but with vintage photo, I think. No, I didn't use this. This was a stamp from Bo Bunny, and I didn't like it as much as this because it gets dark and you see all the crinkles and everything. This was left over from the music paper, and I had this shorter piece of grid paper from Stampin' Up! That I dyed. So I just put it over the top, and I glued it down on each side, and then I put some of that sparkly washi from Dollar Tree. So you can lift this up and write up there or here, or put a picture up there and right here, whatever. I should say. This is another where I dyed the doily, sprayed the doily, didn't dye it, I sprayed it with purple ink spray. Yeah, this is driving me a little nuts right now because everything's sliding. This is the thicker parchment cardstock, and here I did use the sponge thing a couple times in Gorgeous Grape, or no, Highland Heather. This is Gorgeous Grape, Pretty Peacock, Gorgeous Grape, of that butterfly with the map. And this side I just left blank. I was running out of ideas and I didn't want to add any more bulk. This is where I did those flowers, the other half of it. And this was in the sheet Judy gave me that I cut apart. And this is Globland paper, 6x6, rounded, glued down, and made as a little flip open to write in. And this is that same sparkly Dollar Tree washi. This is that one we did the cake stencil on. And then here I did a belly band. This was a strip out of the pack from Judy with the lacy trim. And this is a card out of the card kit, but I covered the front of it with, Is that right? Yeah, I think so. With Globeland paper. I was looking for something that would go all right with this from the pack Judy gave me. So this is Globeland paper. This is also Globeland paper that I made a tag out of with Dollar Tree washi and a little tiny piece of Dollar Tree twine. And that just slips under the belly band. You could put the whole thing under, but I like it going like that. And I had one other belly band that was going across this way earlier, in case you didn't see that. I didn't sew at all yet. I think the only sewing is going to be binding it into a cover. Here's another piece. So I think I had done this first. Actually, if I can find the other half of it. Purple pocket. Is that it? No. It's kind of a thick paper, so anyway, here. Yeah, I had done this all the way around the pockets. That's what started me using this ribbon, and then I only had those other pieces you already saw left, and I wanted to finish them up. I put two spools, the larger one that was on and a smaller one from, oh, the lacy purple, in the recycle this morning. Just stamped a dragonfly. This was from Paper Pumpkin Kit on cardboard. This is the glassine bag that I decided to glue down. Now what I was going to do was just glue the back down, which is what I did, but I was going to cut this open and still have a tuck spot, but I think I'm not going to. I think I'm just going to leave it like a decoration. There's an opening on the other side of it. This is that green paper with the lines, which this is where I learned that washi really sticks, because I wanted something over the edge and I thought that washi would go good with it, but I got it on crooked and I couldn't pull it up because it started to tear the paper. So it is uneven, which is going to drive me a little nuts, but it's okay. This is gesso over book page, and this is where I used the postcard. And this says, the world before us is a, oh gosh, postcard. And to imagine the story, we are writing on it. The world before us is a postcard, and I imagine the story we are writing on it. That's what that says. And then splatter in vintage photo. This I think I stamped in Early Espresso by Stampin' Up. Same with this and this. Or maybe pecan pie, I can't remember now. And this is gorgeous grape. Left that blank on both sides. This was the cake stencil. I just added the purple trim at the top. The butterfly washi on the grid paper, and this was the back of the cover. And I covered up the Boys Town with just scraps of paper. And the back of the Dollar Tree note card I covered with this paper and made it into a little pocket. This is the reverse of that, I think. Yeah, I just took this paper and folded it up and made a little pocket. This had lined paper on one side and this on the other side, so that would be good for writing, and the lines go the right way. And then two of those little gems, and that is my walkthrough. So I won't do another walkthrough because I don't think it's going to change a whole lot unless I add a few decorations here and there and fix tags that I couldn't get back in. The only thing I'll share maybe is how I did the cover, which I really have to think about, because when I had the placemat for the last one, I brought it over and made pockets on either side, and I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm going to put the cover on. I'll probably have some go around the edges, but then I think I'm going to put maybe Highland Heather or something cardstock in here, and maybe a pocket at the bottom. I don't know yet. That's my question to you guys. What do you think I should do? And as far as closure, I don't have that many more purpley ribbons, and I don't want to use this sheer stuff because it's too sheer. I could just continue to do that with a hair elastic. That might be what I have to do because I'm not sure what kind of ribbon I would use. Yeah, I have to give that some thought before I put the fabric on, because if I do the ribbon, what I did last time is I glued it onto the envelope and then I just cut a slit in the fabric after I wrapped it around to have or but not glued down on the inside, to have the ribbon come through, and that worked pretty good. Now I saw somebody else, they put their fabric on first, and then what they did is they just put a what are those things called, like a grommet or eyelet, I guess. Put ribbon through that, tied a big knot on the inside of the cover, and then it was so long they just wrapped it around several times and tied a bow here. I could do that too. That might be an option once I figure out the ribbon, but I think initially it's just gonna be this thing. So for now I just have this stuck in there because, yeah. Anyway, that is my third almost finished junk journal, starting with Dollar Tree stuff and ending up with lots of different scraps from my stash and ribbons and I don't embellishments, just stuff everywhere. I did finish those 2 sticker packs, and I used, the ones that were the sticky stuff, and I used a couple of these. I only have those 2 left out of the 1 pack and those 3 left. But the thing is, I was keeping some. I don't think I'm going to want these for my cover unless they're accents to something. So pretty much calling them done. I didn't use any of these. I don't know if I even showed those. So alternative, like I said, might be some cardstock over the cloth with some of those rice paper images. My cat is up here exploring. All right, it's an hour-long video. Oh gosh, I have to cut this down. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know about the cover. Bye.